What's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Seriously here with King Phenom.
What's up?
And today we have one of those rare occasions where it's just a Serious and Phenom show.
The dynamic duo.
So today is definitely going to be lit. I'm actually pretty excited. When everybody told me that they either wasn't coming or just plain,
Didn't respond.
I was like, another motherfucking Serious and Phenom show. I'm with it all the time.
You know what's funny? When I originally had planned on doing the opening for this, before I asked you if you want to do it, I was like, this is King Phenom here with my special guest host. Like, you may know him as a co-host of the Blurred Perspective.
It has been wild. It sucked being away.
It's life, man. Life happens.
Life is sick. I got sick. That was bad.
Did you drink a lot of whiskey and tea?
No, because I was absent the whiskey. I definitely
never be absent the whiskey.
Who told? Somebody told. It was Showtime. It was like, yeah, man, you mix the two and you heat it up and you drink it. It's supposed to just knock you right out because that's what us black folk believe in. Just those simple concoctions just knock stuff right out on the spot. It kills every single germ and it's not a problem anymore.
That's how we work, man.
That's what makes us great.
But yeah, we're back with another live episode. Hopefully, if anyone's watching out there, like I said last week, trying out some things, still testing out some new things. If you see some things that need to be changed a little bit, please let me know.
And we'll consider it.
I'll try my best to make sure I give you the best streaming possible. Because, like I said, we go out to YouTube. Hi, YouTube Nation. We go out to Twitch. Hi, Twitch Nation. And we go out to Mixer. Follow me on Mixer. I mean, it's my channel. That shit gets hosted on Mixer anyway, so. Man. But no, we got some new topics this week. I'm trying to decide, was there anything that happened last week or the last couple weeks that you didn't get to speak on that you had an opinion on? Like, might as well open the floor for that first.
No.
No?
Yeah,
Nothing about, like, the Henry Cavill or the... No? Okay. Doesn't hurt to ask. All right, then I guess we'll go on.
It's one of the few times I had absolutely
nothing to say.
Anything. Like, all
right, then I guess we'll start it off with my big question of the week. Something I saw online and it made me think. Because for as much as we stay shitting on the DCEU, I feel like we give the DCEU a lot more shine on this podcast than Marvel. So DC, you should feel very, very happy about that.
Yeah, we are pretty heavy.
I mean, DC. Even though most of the time it's because they're fucking up, the fact of the matter is we're still giving you our opinion.
Which is true.
And hoping that you don't fuck up by listening to us. So
one can dream.
Yeah, so someone brought this question up online. I thought it was a really, really good question to have. Should the DCEU, the movie universe, have started off with Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy?
I'm going to say yes. If for anything first, consistency. Like if you're going to you set the mood and you set the mood with Batman, which is a great starter. And once you set that foundation or set how the not the mood, but like the energy of the rest of the universe is going to be, then like you're good to go. So now you can base every other movie after that, Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman, whatever, with that same type of mood. And I think that will like help with like the chemistry of it all. Like right now, everything's kind of just like everywhere, but there's no overall universal. Well, now it is because they built one with the last Justice League movie. Like they're trying to
pull the whole universe that the whole Flash can wipe away.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it would have been a whole lot easier if they'd have did it just based off of that first starting successful project. You know what I mean? As far as the Nolan verse. So
I kind of agree because it's so funny. Like the one thing everyone keeps saying about the DCEU was all the movies are so dark. It's so dark. It's so gloomy. Everything's so dark and depressing. And I'm just like, well, that's kind of the way the Dark Knight universe was set up. Like it wasn't all bright and sunshiny. Even when it was light outside, it still felt very dark.
Was there light outside in Gotham?
I don't know. Like, it might have been so much smog and pollution in Gotham. It was just always dark. But very dark. Was there light outside in Gotham? Looks like somebody had their
excuse me,
had the thing on YouTube.
Yep.
But no, and then also, you know, Christopher Nolan, he was executive producer or something in the for Man of Steel. So it's just like you already kind of wanted to bring him along so that he could help guide the universe a little bit. I'm not sure exactly when they decided that they wanted Zack Snyder to do more of the shit, and, you know, told Christopher Nolan go ahead and do Interstellar or whatever else you want to do. But I think it definitely would have been a lot better off. It would have been grounded but real.
I don't think Snyder's version of a dark universe matched Nolan's version of a dark universe. It was like, hey, look, both of us can't be on this project. Somebody's got to go.
And so we're going to go give it to the guy that probably costs less, because, like, who's cost less and who's done the Watchmen. So, you know, he had some type of comic book know-how.
You can do what for half the price? What's that?
It's like, we'd like to thank you for all of your contributions, Christopher Nolan, but we wish you well in all your future endeavors. But no, I completely agree. I think it would have been better off. You would have already introduced a Batman to people known, whether you like Christian Bale or not. You knew Christian Bale as Batman.
Yeah, you was familiar with it.
Who knows? It might have not even been Christian Bale. It might have been Joseph Gordon-Levitt with the way the Dark Knight Rises
to hand
ended.
it off.
Yeah.
Would you have been okay with that handoff? What did that handoff mean? Okay, you know, no spoiler alert. It's been out way more than long enough. So he passes off the whole Batcave and all of its wonders to Jason. Say his name.
Thought his name was Robin.
That dude. But I was gonna go to real actor.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph. Right. So you pass it off to him, and you quit being Batman. So he's not going to be Robin. He has to be the only suit down there is the bat suit.
Yeah.
So like you told this dude he has to be Robin. I mean, he has to be. They skip so much. As I say, like you'd almost have to flashpoint that last movie if you really wanted to do something.
But yeah, I mean, that
handoff was hard. It was a fumble.
I don't know. The only thing about it is
his real name is Robin.
Yeah. I'm not used to Joseph Gordon-Levitt being in action movies, so I don't know how well he would do with the type of physicality that comes along with being Batman. It's like I've seen him like in little stuff where he gets into like scraps and things like that.
He
but
did
no
enough
long
for me.
term fighting.
He did enough for me in Inception.
See, that's the thing. It's just like, but in Inception, look at it. He was in like a fake world where he was floating around and doing all this. He was fighting up against the wall, and I need a little bit more grounded action.
I mean, what did you see? Well, let me think before I ask this question. No, what did you see Ben Affleck do, like in physicality, as far as anything before Batman, like much fighting?
You could say Daredevil. He was fighting in Daredevil.
You know what? I mean, as bad as that movie is, I'm inclined to get that to you.
I was about to say, it's like him and Jennifer Garner had like a whole little 2-minute scene where they were fighting in the playground.
I forgot he was Daredevil. Okay.
I mean, even though the fighting they were doing there seems hella slow, but on the rooftop when they was fighting again, I mean, he's done some things, and what other action movies has Ben Affleck been in? I'm trying to think.
Like was the Accountant before or after?
After.
Yeah, it was after. So he was already like in shape for it and stuff.
Yeah, we were already
way after that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I know he's done other shit where he's had to fight people though. But it's just like when you think of Joseph Gordon-Levitt though, you think of him more as just like a more serious actor. I hate to say it. Like action movies aren't really his forte.
He just haven't really
because think about it. I know him in what? Action wise, you got Dark Knight Returns, Inception. I guess Looper will count. And I think it's another movie.
Was that you? Did I see that with you?
Oh no,
I didn't see. I didn't see Looper with you. I know I didn't go see it by myself.
I bootlegged that.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
I refused to go see that movie.
Oh, that movie was so bad.
Because at that point, I still recognize that. Which call was phoning it in. Bruce Willis was still phoning it in at that point, so I couldn't in all.
I feel like I
see that movie.
I went to see that joint with someone I trusted and felt betrayed afterwards. I can't remember.
You were probably hyped too, because I know how much you like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I did, especially at that time. I said, like after, because Looper was after Inception.
Yes,
because Inception really, like, my radar was like, oh hey, this guy, I like him. He's pretty good. Yeah. And then I went to go. That's probably why we went to go see Looper. It's probably because of him.
Yeah, he's Bruce. Ben Affleck's been in enough of little action stuff. Like, he was in Reindeer Games. He had to fight Gary Sinise in Reindeer Games. I think he killed Charlize Theron.
Nah.
Like, Pearl Harbor had to deal with that.
That was a lot. It was a lot of action. It didn't want no like hand to hand fighting. He was shooting down some planes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm trying to hear Phantoms. I think Phantoms was a horror movie where they had like fight off some like medieval insects or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Look, he had to do Geely. If you can survive Jiggly or Geely, whatever it's called, you can handle an action movie.
That's true.
If you had to handle the movie that destroyed you and your fiance's relationship,
I thought that was going to be the end of his career. I was like, oh, this is a tanker right here.
It should have
been. And now, you know, he
been.
became Batman. You know what I'm saying? I was like, who would have knew he would have survived?
He was Batman until now he's tapped out of being Batman, but hey.
That sucks. John Hamm, I need you to come on in, man.
Kevin Smith was like, I'm all for John Hamm being Batman.
Come on. Oh, Kevin Smith was back in there? Come on in, man. I've been saying that a long time ago, though. Like, I'm pretty sure before Kevin Smith said it.
It's some of the older actors out there that want to play comic book characters. Apparently, Jeffrey Dean Morgan from The Walking Dead really wants to play Lobo, the bounty hunter.
And he could pull that off.
I mean, he's already pulling off the leather jacket and the scarf.
Yeah, I would want to see that.
I could see Jeffrey Dean Morgan just walking around. You got a problem with the main guy? Although I would probably laugh at anyone calling themselves the main man.
His role, or like the type of person he is, I feel like in Hollywood he'd be like the equivalent of that cool uncle that comes from out of town.
I feel like he was meant to play a lot of bad boy characters.
That's his cool. thing.
Yeah, I feel like him and Sean Penn would like play the same characters. The only difference is I hear Jeffrey Dean Morgan isn't like a douche in real life.
Yeah.
So
Sean Penn, that dude.
So Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's been cool to me since his Supernatural days, man.
Well, I started a bit. What was that movie he did? It wasn't
Losers?
a good movie. The Losers. It wasn't that good, but I was like,
I enjoyed The Losers.
These characters are
when you look
cool.
back at The Losers and you just see everyone that was in it. It
was a good cast.
Had Negan, had Heimdall, had Captain America. It's like had Gamora.
Losers felt like I guess like a happier Takers for me. Like Takers was like you had like this group.
Yeah,
of guys.
Takers was more serious.
It was way more serious, but I was like, I don't know.
I mean, but
Takers was okay.
It was pretty fun. Chris Evans singing in the elevator and then just doing like this, and there's a little Hispanic sniper just hitting him from far off. That was actually kind of stupid. I enjoyed that.
Did they get those actors cheap back then? That's a lot of star power now.
It was
in that one movie.
Idris, Chris Evans, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Zoe Saldana. You had to get them cheap.
That's
like Columbus Short before he fell off. He was kind of popular.
What happened? He was rising too. What happened to him?
He can't keep his hands off women.
He'd be slapping them. All right.
I was like, he got like I think it was like attitude issues, and he got fired from Scandal. Like I think like right after his domestic abuse allegations came out. So I was like, hey, you had your chance, bro.
That would kill a career.
Like Kevin Hart said on The Breakfast Club, you had the chance. All you had to do was not fuck it up. It's true.
He was running the comedy world at that time. Cat Williams.
He was.
He was. Yeah.
That's why I told people all the time, like, look, what Cat said might have been true, but what Kevin said was true as well. Two things can be true. I'm not the biggest Tiffany Haddish fan. I do feel like, kind of like Kevin Hart, she's kind of stereotyped into the exact same roles. But I do acknowledge that Cat Williams had his chance, and he messed it up. At one point, he was supposed to, like, Comedy Central was banking on him to be, like, the new Chappelle. Like after Chappelle left,
Yeah.
they wanted to give Cat Williams a TV show.
Then at that time,
Yeah, I think it was not like directly after Chappelle left, maybe like a year or two or something. I think they said, and they like after Cat got popular from Friday After Next and his stand-ups, they wanted to give him a TV show, and I can kind of understand what he was doing. It was like, no, I'm going to try to bank on myself, and I want to try to do more movies. So thank you, no thank you. But like now that you got hindsight, you just like, that nice consistent check probably would have been a lot better. They
did just have 50 mil just sitting in a vault somewhere.
Yep, it's like, hey, we got to pay somebody something. you can be that recipient if you want.
Oh man.
So like I said, I two things can be true. Both of them are right. I still say the way Cat Williams went about that shit was kind of he sounded salty.
Oh no, he did.
You can be as right as you can be, but if you sound salty while you're right, it's going to be hate no matter what.
Yeah.
Like I could be up in here and be like, look, it's like Drake's okay. Like I'm not the biggest Drake fan. I'm not going to go crazy about him. Sometimes I feel like his music is a little repetitive. That's one thing. That can be like, all right, that's just his opinion why he doesn't like Drake. I'm over here like, y'all motherfuckers still be championing this man after all his subliminals of people, but they want somebody to respond to him. He's too big to respond back, or he does this and that. Y'all ain't getting on him for hollering at the little Stranger Things girl, and that's hating. No matter how true it is, that's hating.
Did that get swept under the rug pretty fast?
That kind of got swept under the rug kind of fast because Drake is suing this chick that he slept with for trying to blackmail him.
About that?
No, they met at a concert or something. They slept together.
Oh, that's the pregnancy jump.
Yeah,
right?
The pregnancy jump.
Yeah.
So for blackmail and extortion and whatnot.
I think. So, Me Too ain't picked that up or something.
I'm happy it happened. Like in all honesty, I was happy when Nelly sued his accuser.
No, because I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the thing that got swept under the rug.
Oh,
like, I don't know who her parents are.
Oh,
but like Drake's not texting my daughter is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
like my 14-year-old is not texting a 32-year-old who.
What the fuck?
Like a 32-year-old who's not related to me, who's not working with her in any way, shape, or form. I don't
care how popular you are.
It's like she needs. He's like, oh, he's giving me advice with boys. It's like, man, you need advice.
And y'all talking about the wrong shit.
I was like, you need some advice with boys. You got like 4 co-stars that are all the same age. It's like, what better mindset than the ones who are already there?
Hey, look, man. That shit is loose. I don't like that at all.
You didn't see the Jade on Facebook where they were like interviewing her and she was talking about her and Drake and texting and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden it cut
to
like
mic drop.
No, it cut to like a video of like a police station, and it's like, that's it, we got him. And then they like, and then the SWAT team busted down the door, and while it was going on, they were playing the "In My Feelings" song.
Hey, that shit, I gotta see. That sounds funny, but no, that I don't like that shit at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we saying?
I mean, I think we pretty much said what we had to say on the original topic.
Okay,
it's like
cool.
this was a fun rabbit hole to go down.
We
went from the DCEU to Drake trying to Mac on 11.
That is not okay. Not a bit.
Oh man.
We got some interesting quick hits.
Yeah, I mean, most of the quick hits pretty much revolve around us watching trailers. I find that to be very, very enjoyable. So do you want to do the trailers first, or you want to do the topics first, or you want to like kind of do one off, keep rotating?
Let's rotate it.
Rotate?
Keep us on the toes.
So let's see. We got 3 trailers and basically 2 topics.
Okay.
Oh, you know what, though? But since we are talking about the DCEU and since we were talking about Zack Snyder earlier, online I saw where he may have hinted that his original idea inside of the universe was to kill off Batman, in which a lot of people say that this was something that they hinted that he was going to do if they had broken up Justice League into 2 movies like he originally wanted. Mm-hmm. They were going to say it was going to end with Batman dying.
Do you know? I don't know. Me personally, there's a certain part
Are we back to fuck Zack Snyder? You were already about the whole Jason Todd thing.
Yeah, there's a certain part of like hate that I reserve for like, Nazis and Hitlers. You know what I'm saying?
Nazis and Hitlers. Wow.
I mean, those type of like, just evil people who don't deserve to be on this planet. And a decision like that would put them in that place. Like very, very fast. Very fast.
Even I must say that's kind of harsh.
No, because
you don't think that's kind of harsh?
No, you're gonna kill Batman. That's not harsh.
You're gonna put him. On the same level as Nazis. That's kind of
pedophiles and like just
even
the
I
worst,
have to say that's kind of dramatic.
The worst the world has to offer. He would have been in that grouping with me.
That's
and it would have been crazy.
Dramatic.
It would have been like murderers, killers, Hitler, Nazis, and fucking Snyder right there. Like and then anybody looking at the list like, why, yo? And I'd be like, because he killed Batman. He killed Batman.
I don't know if I would take it that far.
Even if the plan is, we're going to kill Batman, I don't want him being the one to do it. He's the bane of my existence. I don't want him being the one killing Batman.
Oh man, that's
even if that was the case.
I just can't help but laugh because that sounds so serious. He's like, I hate him.
Like, because that would just cap off, like, wow. All right. Batman, to me, is like what All Might is Deku, man. Like, that's Batman back there, man. That's an icon. That's a motherfucking hero. You don't do that to a hero, man. You don't do that to a legend. That's so hard to come back from.
I feel like it wouldn't have hit me as I don't think my heart would be as emotional as yours if they had done it in a way which they had already established a replacement.
So we not gonna let this man get married, but we will kill him off, right?
I mean, in his defense, he was making the movies long before they effed up Catwoman and Batman's.
That would have just been like just y'all just going shit on Batman. That's what's happening. He's been out here saving worlds, man, as a human fucking being, and he can't be happy, and we gonna kill him.
All I have to say is
disrespectful. It's just disrespectful.
I feel like it wouldn't have been as bad if they had already set up different replacements, because you can't just not have Batman. Like as much as we already said earlier that you didn't kind of like the way they kind of shoehorned or introduced Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin, it would have been different if in this movie you had a Robin, whether it be, well, we know it wouldn't be Dick Grayson because apparently you killed off Dick Grayson. Okay. So if it was Jason Todd or Tim Drake, and like if he had been introduced in earlier movies, and we had kind of like, all right,
in the background he's like being groomed to be the next.
that wouldn't be as bad. It's like, oh man, Batman's dead, but you know what? At least the legacy will carry on because you have someone in the Bat family. This right here, you ain't got shit.
I guess.
So I feel you. I feel you on that one, kind of, because like you don't have anything.
Who would be a better Batman than Bruce, man?
I mean, no one could be a better. It's one of those things where no one can fill his shoes completely.
You got to find a way to make him live forever, man.
At the same time, he has to be a symbol.
You gotta find a way to keep him alive forever, man. If he's not going to be happy, which he's fine with not being happy. He just broods, He's got his death of the parents on his mind constantly. He don't really. I mean, he's not really crying over Catwoman. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, I told you that's what Catwoman said. Catwoman's just like, you are always going to be that little kid who lost his parents, and I can't if at any point you're not that little kid, Gotham's going to suffer.
And he didn't but what about me?
I mean, that is about him. That's just his personality.
Man, but what about me though? What
about my wants?
She gave up that's a cop out, man. I wouldn't accept that.
You really? That's a cop out?
That's a cop out, man. I say, look, if you don't want to marry me, just say you don't want to marry me. Don't tell me that my city's gonna suffer because of it.
I mean, she's not lying though. The city would have suffered.
We don't know that because it didn't. So we got nothing. We don't know that.
Oh, snap. I got to take a time out to acknowledge a commenter, a name we haven't seen in such a long time. Is that LD Shooter I see in the comments?
Hey, man.
Is that King Shooter?
Hey, man. What's going on, Shooter?
I wasn't. Where you been at, man? My man dropped off the face of the earth. That was
I can't believe that's him up there. That's real. That's how people's been 2K people's been asking me about you, bro. Everybody's looking for Shooter, man.
I was say I ain't know the last time you played 2K.
I played it the other day.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I mean, I played the little franchise.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't play the
Not yet. When I got time to really, get into it, I will.
But nah, man, that's just dog. Thanks for the love, bro. That's all I gotta say. Like, when it's great when you do something and it just brings everybody together, even though you ain't seen them in such a long time. Like,
yeah, bro. LD, you've been missed, bro.
All right, so we took that time out. Back on topic.
That's it. That's all the emotion you get from us, people. That's it. No
back
more.
back on topic. But yeah, they no matter what, Batman's always gonna Batman was always supposed to be a symbol. And so if Bruce can't be Batman, someone has to step up. They might they'll probably never be as good of a Batman, but you still need somebody.
Oh, you mean as good as a Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, no, yeah. Batman needs to be there.
I mean, and it depends. If Tim Drake took over, technically Batman might not be as good of a fighter, but he'd be a better detective because even Ra's al Ghul Ra's al Ghul has admitted that Tim Drake is the better detective.
Yeah.
It's like I can't say Dick Grayson because he's dead.
What's Tim Drake's tragedy?
Wasn't it something with his father? Well, no, that was. I thought it was something with. I thought Tim Drake and Jason Todd both kind of had the same tragedy, like something to do with their dads.
Well, I mean, Jason's Todd's
Todd's
Joker,
dad went to jail.
Joker fucked his shit all up.
Nah, it was Penguin.
Jason Todd?
Well, no, I thought you meant his tragedy, like when Batman found him, not like the Red Hood tragedy.
Oh,
because remember I showed you that video where they introduced the new look of Witch Call.
Oh yeah.
That's when he killed Penguin. Because I'm spoiling. If you read comics, I'm spoiling everything right now.
That's when he.
That's when he pulled that trigger on you know who and shot him through the eye. But I'm not gonna say if someone lived or died. I'm just gonna say damn.
Moving on.
Yeah. But nah, I thought Tim Drake's was something like his dad was like a criminal or something like that. And he was kind of like an orphan because of it or something. But like Batman could see he was really smart.
So he ain't got no real look. You need somebody whose parents died to watch over Gotham.
You know what? I might be lying because now that I think about it, every time I'm talking about Tim Drake, in my head I'm visualizing the flashbacks Batman would have in Under the Red Hood. How when he put his when he stole the wheels off the Batmobile.
I was thinking that same exact thing while we were talking about, but I knew that was Jason Todd. So you're confusing it too.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Tim Drake. All right. I didn't know who Tim Drake was until the New Adventures of Batman came out, that cartoon.
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, unless your parents have died, you can't watch over Gotham. That's a prerequisite. That's why it was so easily about to be given to Dick because, yeah, man, his parents died. You need that kind of my parents. And that's why I do what I do. Like, you got to have that driving force, man. And that's Bruce had it, and that's what drove him to get better. And same thing, man. Yeah. So if Tim's parents ain't died, he can't be the next Batman by default. He's got to stay Red Robin.
I believe Tim and Jason both just had their fathers.
Jason actually became Batman for a little bit at one time.
Yeah, it's like, but nah, that in the comics, issue's going down, dog. It's like I can't wait for the next issue of Batman because the last issue ended on such a cliffhanger with someone clinging to life, possibly being dead, and I don't know if my emotions can handle it, but I got to see what happens. It's serious. Like Batman in this comic has gone from the so-called love of his life and Catwoman basically leaving him at the altar,
Jesus
to him
Christ.
getting back, to him kind of starting to get happy again through his interactions with a certain someone that he may or may not see as a son.
That narrowed down all of DC, all of Gotham to one household. Okay.
And then a certain son may or may not have caught a bullet in the head.
All right. So if any detectives are listening, any investigators, or let's narrow down all of the...
or if anyone just wants to, Google, like Batman issue 55.
Any investigators... Anybody any part of the Bat family who hasn't been shot in the head, who is a male, who has been shot in the head.
I said it's a son, so yeah, it would be. I'm gonna be like,
who is a
It
male?
would be a male. But that's
I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, so I got to see how that takes off, and then it's another comic it's a new comic that came out called Heroes in Crisis, I believe is the name, where there's a shooting that happens at this place called Sanctuary, and it's like a psychiatric place for superheroes who deal with like mental addiction, drug addiction, things like that. First issue. Rip Wally, Rip Roy. First issue, they kill Flash, Wally West Flash, and they kill Roy Harper, and they shot them dudes.
Who
I don't know.
Who shot Arsenal and Flash?
I don't know. I seen the pictures online and on Reddit. It was so many people just like, I'm done with this. I'm not reading the rest of this no more.
Issue number 1. I'm finished.
Issue number 1. I'm finished. I was like, but yeah, it was difficult, man. Like,
damn.
And then to make it worse, they were like,
a lot. He's been through some real world hardships.
Yeah, like, because he was there for his drug addiction.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible.
But yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough. I'm not even like a big comic book reader, but I'm planning on reading that issue because I heard like Superman like was flying at like supersonic speed and just still couldn't get there in time.
That's why he sucks. What's the point? What is the point?
What's the point of him being him when he can't do nothing?
It's exactly. What the fuck, man?
So what's the point of you being you when you're always still just a little late?
God damn, man.
Like, we don't want you here, Kal-El. Nah, that's a lie. We need you. Like, we shit on Superman, but then the moment some real shit go down, you need the big guns. It's like,
hey, man.
God.
If Batman say he got it, I'm cool. Now, if I looked at Batman and shit was going on, I looked at Batman and his motherfucking lips was sweating, I'm like, oh my God, nigga, what do you know? What's wrong? What's going on? That means he's panicking.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get back. I definitely gotta get back into some of these comics. It's just they're killing people, man. They're killing people. You got the what was it I told you when we went to the Gambino concert? The Batman Damned issue.
By the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Childish Gambino. We went to go see him in DC last 2 Wednesdays ago.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. Well, I'm not happy that this happened to him, but I'm so happy that this happened after our concert because he had to put his concerts on hold because he broke his foot.
I heard about that.
I'm so happy that didn't happen before he got to DC.
I heard about that. Somebody on Instagram, they was like, he just got up. And after a song, he just walked off stage and didn't come back. She was like, she didn't hear Redbone or Feels Like Summer. And I was like, ooh, you had a terrible show.
I'm a little disappointed that he didn't do, what was it that I wanted? He didn't do Bonfire. Yeah, I was a little disappointed at that.
Bonfire would have been
that
would have been a pretty good way to
for a lot of people who didn't know who Childish Gambino was. Bonfire was the very first Childish Gambino song I ever heard on Spotify.
Got it for me.
Spotify.
It got
that's what got you.
Okay. Yeah, Bonfire.
It also would have been dope if he did Freaks and Geeks though too. I ain't gonna lie.
Since this was like his last one, yeah.
So insane. It's the enemy of Batman.
Yeah, that would have been dope. But it was a really good show, man.
but speaking of the enemies of Batman, apparently in this new I guess it was supposed to be an uncensored comic book now where DC was just like, writers, creators, do whatever the hell you want. I guess the enemies have gotten on Batman so much, he's like, fuck it, I'm going to show my Batwing to everybody.
What?
Showed his bat wing, dog. It was a big deal. I was like, I remember when I read it on Screen Rant. They was just like, Batman's dick exposed. What? I was like, who does a comic book where you're showing off Batman's dick? And then look, you can't.
No. Wait. Like, this is like a tasteful. He's not like taking a dick pic and nothing like that, right? Like, this is a tasteful. Like, after he smashed somebody, something.
It's literally like from the panels I saw. He drove into the Batcave. He got out of the Batmobile, and then he just like took off all his clothes and he just started walking.
Batman don't wear drawers underneath the.
I don't know. I'm over here like, I hope Alfred's not there because I may have known you since you was a little kid, but as a grown man, I don't want to see another grown man's dick.
I've never had a question about what he wore under the Batsuit. I just assumed it was like socks and drawers under there. Maybe a wife beater or something, a tank top.
I want to know, anyone watching, like, does this kind of change your world a little bit? For serious, it looks like it's changing his world a little bit. He's just
dog naked under that joke. Like, god damn. I don't know, man. All right. Because it's armor. So he's just like under armor. And like Kevlar and leather,
we've seen in the Dark Knight trilogy, sometimes like that armor can't cover every bit of his body unless it fucks with his flexibility.
Right.
So what if he didn't know that was a vulnerable spot? So I just kicked him in the balls.
I don't know, man. I
can imagine it now. Like the key to Batman's defeat: kick him in the balls. Oh, that's too funny.
I've never thought about it.
When you love your wife and she knows you're doing a podcast and she decides this is the perfect time to start vacuuming. The distractions. We have subjects and somehow we done gone off on a tangent.
Oh.
But then after all that, DC censors it.
So they give him the green light and then they're like, whoa, we didn't know.
Like, hey, we didn't know dicks was going to be involved, okay?
We didn't know y'all was going to show us dick. I mean,
like, we weren't here for dick. Like, you got it? Like, we thought
you could have did anything. You could have killed anybody.
We thought you'd say like some motherfuckers, and we pretty much like maybe some gore and some death. Maybe you see some guts hanging out, but we don't approve of dick. Just imagine
like sitting around a table like there's a creative team, and you're just like, hey, we got the green light to do whatever. And the guy ended the
what
table,
is it that everyone wants to see?
There's a guy at the end of the table. Whatever, anything. All right, you guys, hear me out. Why don't we show his dick? Like, just like sitting at a table. It's like, and then everybody signing off on it. So
it's like, yeah, I can see that. Must have been no black people at that table.
Oh man,
it's like, so as much as I appreciate you guys wanting to take advantage of having, basically full privilege to do whatever you want, who wants to see a dick? I don't want to see a dick.
Nah, for a decision like that, everybody had to be on it.
Like there had to be no single objection.
Yeah, everybody had
every hand had to go up in that writing room
because that's the most extreme thing that you can do.
Like, or whoever the writer and the illustrators were, they had some bad influences in their ear. It's like all right, so this panel right here, he's getting out the Batmobile. You can tell he's tired. You see the sweat and whatnot. You know what'll really make people interested?
You know what'll really turn them on their heads? Show dick. Damn, that's crazy.
It's a real thing. And then after DC Comics censored it, there was a hashtag going around that said "Free the Batawang."
It's already out there, man.
I think the one thing they should know about the internet. It don't matter if it's up for 2 seconds. As soon as it's posted, somebody done already screenshotted it.
I don't even think Spawn went that far as to show a dick. Did Spawn show a dick in the series?
I don't know. I don't actively look for dick in my comics. So
I don't know. I don't even think Spawn went that far. And Spawn was some raunchy shit. Spawn went far as fuck. Okay. All right. So they censored it. So now, if you search hard enough, I'm sure you can still find a dick.
There's no searching hard for it. Just go find a Reddit stream. Like for all the ladies out there who are ever curious about how Batman was packing,
apparently he find it on dog naked under the suit.
You can find it on a Reddit stream or a Reddit page somewhere. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of YouTube channels. I'm pretty sure someone has probably done a full video just talking about Batman's dick. It ain't gonna be us.
It's not gonna be.
He got a little section just because I felt like this was something that I wanted everyone to talk about, just because of how stupid it sounded, and I really wish the girls were here so we could have female input. Like, I really want to know what Brown and AK would have been like. Bat dick? I'm here for it.
You seen that on the quick hits? Bat dick? No, I'm good. I'm good. Do we care? No, we don't care about that at all.
I was like, we care because it's bat dick. Oh man, I just made my day a little bit though. Like all the Batman, like we talked about everything. We done talked about Batman dying, about him probably being the best stepping stone for the DCEU. It's only right we ain't on bat dick.
I don't understand why people say that we're so DC oriented. I don't get it at all.
I don't either.
You all are crazy. You all are crazy.
I mean, Marvel. You have whose dick did they show in Marvel?
I don't think Marvel's showing dicks.
No. That's a lie. You know what? Marvel through Fox showed the dick.
What?
They showed Hugh Jackman's dick in X-Men 2.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Happy I missed that shit. When he was in the tank?
When he was in the tank and he broke out of the tank and he was running out of the facility. They showed Hugh Jackman dick. Shout out to my cousin. I'm not gonna name who she is, but I thoroughly do remember
he was running through the halls.
They slow-mo'd that scene because they thought they saw Wolverine dick, and sure enough they saw Wolverine dick. I forgot all about that. Yes, and the PG-13 X-Men 2 X-Men United there's Wolverine dick. Look,
hey, they should send that in. They have to rated R that right now. That movie has to now be rated R.
We're gonna have fans and watchers now. They're just gonna email us. He's like, hey, you can see dick in this too. No, don't do that. Hey, don't DM me any clips of any dick. I don't want no video. I don't want no screen captures. I don't want no emails. This is the first and hopefully last time we will be talking about comic book characters and their dicks being shown.
Jesus Christ, we've spent 15 minutes talking about dicks, man.
I was trying to use it to transition into what will probably be the first trailer we would end up watching, which I think was going to be Dark Phoenix. Oh, man.
That was the transition. Are you showing dicks in this trailer?
No.
Why was that the transition?
We were going to be talking about X-Men. So I was going to be like, and speaking of X-Men, like since we were already on the subject, I believe that's what it was.
Okay, man. All right.
Man, I tried, man. I tried. It's not as easy.
And speaking of dicks, we got the Dark Phoenix trailer coming up.
And speaking of dicks, that's not. I didn't say that whatsoever. I just want people to know that.
That was your segue. That was your transition.
Look, I was talking about a scene from a movie, and then I was like, since we already talking about X-Men anyway, I wasn't gonna be all like, hey, like here's X-Men dick right here.
Oh, so that was a 3-part segue. So you went from the bat dick, then we were going to talk about Hugh Jackman's dick, which was X-Men.
It went, all right. I'm so glad I marked all of our streams mature today, because I forgot to do that last week.
Wow. That was a hell of a segue. Okay.
Look, I was trying to transition out of dick talk slowly into the X-Men universe.
I got it, man. I got the road that you was on, man. It was a funny path you took, but I got it, man.
Hey, I just remembered X-Men. All right, fine. Here we go. This isn't a reaction because we've already seen this. We just want to make sure that anyone watching who hasn't seen it sees it, and then you know why we're going to say what we're saying. So here we go. We have X-Men Dark Phoenix. Oh, it'd so help if I didn't turn the volume off.
I think we need that.
Yeah, let me. That was the music.
Oh, that's the music for this?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, you listening to jazz?
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable. I protect her.
protected her.
From the truth? There's another word for that.
I came looking for answers.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean. She's all rage, pain. That's all coming out of us.
Jean lost control, but she's still our friend.
This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink.
I'm sorry, I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles. And there's always a speech. And nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. I'm looking at it now.
All right, there we go. Oh man, did I not turn off my volume? I surely did not. Y'all can hear all this shit, can't you? It's the trailer starting all over again. So, first thing I have to point out, at the very end of that trailer, it says February 14th.
Yeah.
The release date.
Yeah.
Like 2 days after this trailer came out, Fox said, "Nah, we pushing this shit back to June."
Well, second thought, because they know that it wouldn't survive a February slot.
I feel like February slot is the slot where you put something where you don't really expect it to do well, or you, like.
So no, because they moved it to the summer.
Yeah, they moved it to the summer. You moved it to blockbuster territory.
Yeah, they're expecting this to actually be okay. No, yeah, you're right.
Second thing, their outfits look trash.
Okay. Yes.
They tried to go for the classic, the classic comic look, and it looks trash. Like they should have stuck to the animated series costumes they had at the end of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unless you think that there's no time travel in this one.
No, there shouldn't be, because as of this point, this is the new current timeline.
The current time, all right, okay.
It's still trash.
So 2 things for me, let me point out, is when, so he's a liar. That's what Mystique was trying to tell him. Like, there's a word for that, for what you did. You're a liar. And his response, well, before that, he says, I'm trying to keep her stable and protect her. My next words from my next girlfriend. The moment she catches me in a lie. Why'd you say it? I tried to keep you stable. Apparently that worked on Mystique. I'm gonna say that. Say that. See how far I go with it.
So I'm gonna say this.
That was a great line.
McAvoy's Professor X
is a fuck up, yo.
Yes, the cause of a lot of problems. Apparently,
oh my god, he is a fuck up.
The cause of a lot. Like Patrick Stewart. The worst thing he did was he's just like, I'm sorry. What was it in last thing? He's like, I'm sorry, Jean. I thought I could help you more or control it, and I couldn't. Yeah, that's it.
That was it. He's like, Patrick Stewart was flawless. Yeah, like, it was like y'all should probably listen
he's
to
fucking up. He's fucking with everybody.
Jesus.
Like, what was it? Pissed off Mystique. You told me you never read my mind. Yeah, well, I made you a lot of promises I couldn't keep. Step, bitch.
It's just like, yo. No, yeah. Of course, I love James McAvoy in pretty much anything that he's in now. Well, actually, like in his old stuff too, like just period. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, his portrayal of Professor X is just a huge fuck up, yo.
Like, I mean, even Magneto had to say it. How many times is you gonna apologize, dog?
You gonna say sorry, give us a speech.
I was like, world went to hell. People were dying in Days of Future Past because your ass was so what was it? Because his ass was so pressed to walk again that he suppressed his mutant abilities.
Yeah, like I don't know, man.
You know how mad you know how bad you have to fuck up to where Beast look like he about to take out an invalid.
Yeah, no shit.
Beast, like he's like you a cripple. You a cripple, and Beast is like, I'm about to strangle you, nigga.
I'm about to throw this whole fucking chair, bro, with you in it.
It's like he was. It got so bad. He's like, nah, I can't do this. I'm standing behind Magneto right now, dog. He's like, welcome. Magneto's like, welcome to the Brotherhood, my nigga. He's like, I'm glad to be here.
This joint is going in with everybody standing against Professor X. Magneto's I was right all along. I was trying to tell y'all, man.
He's like, look, man, he had some good intentions, but he was fucking up too much.
Gee, how did he stray?
It has to be that instead of her just getting infected, she just must have always just been powerful, and she must have done some things that maybe Professor X thought emotionally would be too much for her to handle.
Looking at the trailer, it looks like the death of her parents.
Yeah. So he suppressed those emotions.
Yeah.
I just wonder what is the catalyst that made those memories come back, and why it sent her into the rage that it did. Because I can understand her being really upset and crying and blaming herself for everything. Yeah. But now I was like, but how does that lead directly to you like pulling down helicopters and trying to kill police?
That might, I mean, hopefully, and it's good that they made the trailer like that and didn't necessarily show too much of the reasons of why for her. Because now trailers will fuck that all up.
Yeah, so now that's one thing. Now since it leaves the mystery behind it, it's like I kind of want to go see this just so I can see, just so you
see what story are you telling?
Yeah,
because this
isn't the original Dark Phoenix. They've already acknowledge that it's not the original Dark Phoenix storyline
of like the Joan in space and because even in the first set of movies, they were saying that
they didn't do a good job of explaining it in the first set of movies at all.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just she had powers, she was sleeping, and she was strong.
What I think they were trying to tell in that John was like when she was stopping that waterfall, like she dipped so much into her power that it like broke that bond that Xavier had in there.
Yeah,
and then that's what brought it out. That's what they were trying to.
But at the same time, if you weren't a comic person, you wouldn't have known anything about it. At least with this, it's going to expand a lot more because at the end of Apocalypse, we saw the makings of the Phoenix, and which what did Apocalypse say when Jean was killing them, like the ultimate power is already here or something like that. Basically, he was acknowledging like she was going to be the one to fuck everything up.
Some goofy Ivan the Ooze shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, like, Apocalypse acknowledged that. So that's
I mean, hopefully is this supposed to be the final?
This is the final one for Fox.
Okay.
Like Disney had to, after the buyout agreement, Disney gave them permission to release this movie.
Okay.
Disney's like, y'all can fuck up all y'all want because no matter what, they're gonna come back to us.
Yeah.
They know how we do.
So I mean, hopefully this is a good wrap up. I know a lot of, from what I was seeing on the internet, like a lot of people didn't and that's just from what I was reading. I didn't read a whole lot.
I was actually pretty surprised on
I didn't get a lot of positive reviews
on Double Toasted. Corey and Martin actually, they didn't have, they had their critiques, but they were just like, this isn't a bad trailer.
No, like, that's what I'm saying. It's not.
Like, they were like, if Apocalypse hadn't already come out to kind of give me a sour taste in the direction it was heading, he's like, this right here, this intrigues me, this interests me. It's it's different from the storyline, but I still kind of know what it's going to be about. I ain't gonna lie, that last scene when like they do the shadow over, like the shadows like moving away from her face or whatnot, it would have been dope if like they tried to like show her eyes piercing, because I think her eyes are blue or something like that. It would have been dope if they, like, you see like a little fire in her eyes or something. That would have been dope.
They got time.
I mean, they can do it. They can do it in the movie. I was just saying, like in the trailer, that would have been a great touch in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested.
I just want to see whether or not B strangles Professor X.
Probably so.
I mean, if anyone
I feel
who's
so
just
bad for Professor X, because what the hell got him? How'd the character go so wrong?
I don't know.
Like, what did he do that Patrick Stewart? What did he do different that Patrick Stewart? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess they just wanted to make him more relatable in this one. Like,
as a fuck up, Professor X has never been a fuck up.
In this one, because I guess in this,
you can't be the world's most powerful psychic and be a fuck up.
You got to think of it like this. In Patrick Stewart's X-Men, he was more so a father figure because he was just so much older than everyone.
This is the drunk disabled uncle.
Yeah, and this right here, James McAvoy, he's more he's not a father figure. He's more just a leader.
He's a bad one.
Yeah, he's a bad one, but that's what it is. Like Patrick Stewart was seen more as a father figure who wanted the best for his kids and who regarded everyone as his kids. And this right here, because the age difference of everyone isn't so far off, because in this universe with James McAvoy, you'd have to say he can't be older than 10 years to everyone else. He can't, like, him and Raven him and Mystique are the same age.
Yeah, there's no calling him sir.
Yeah, like everyone, like, no one's calling him professor. It's all Charles. We're peers. Like, so maybe they're saying since this is a younger professor and since everyone he's pretty much dealing with is around his age, he can more so fuck up because he's not seen in the high regards as like the Patrick Stewart was. Patrick Stewart was like, nah, dog, you're like my father figure. You're like at least a good 20, 30 years older than me. You've at this point, you've already fucked up enough to know how to guide me away from my fuck ups.
And the only one who really talked shit to Professor X, for real, was Storm. She would put him in his place like real fast. Like, we doing this shit, but it ain't right. And like move on.
That's the African pride right there.
And this show, everybody talks shit to Professor X. Like, no problem. Like
Mystique over here, like, you know how many people I probably killed in the comic books, and I still ain't fucking up as bad as you. Like, get your shit together, Charles.
Like, yo, that is shit. Like, but see, the thing is, like, she knows I want to call you a liar, but I'm not going to call you a liar because I know you can fuck me up. Like, I'm not going to go that far, but, like, you know what that's called. Lying ass.
He's like, the same shit you did to me? Oh, really? Surprise, surprise. Like the white man does the exact same shit to multiple people. But, I actually probably will see this.
No,
I'm going to use, like, and no matter what, I'm using my AMC shit, so I ain't really paying for it. But I'm interested in it.
Yeah, the trailer did a good job too.
I wish they had different suits though. Them suits look trash.
Hopefully the story drowns out that visual for you. This is a good ass movie, man. Don't fuck with these suits. This is a good ass movie, man.
It's just hard. They just look bad, man.
This big ass paint.
Considering and
I hate that Cyclops. I hate that Cyclops.
Yeah, I thought
I
first
like that Cyclops.
The guy who plays him.
Yeah, I don't
like him?
I don't like his look. I don't like that Cyclops.
Like, is it like the Toad face?
Yeah, like his cheeks are too like poofy for me. Like Scott has always been this chiseled.
He doesn't have strong features.
Yeah. And that's what, because he was the leader, so he was always man. But I mean, even still, my favorite Cyclops is that I don't give a fuck bearded trench coat wearing Cyclops.
That I'm just gonna sleep with Emma Frost because I can lay my dick around because my wife's dead.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
apparently, and like I've never known this, because my idea of Cyclops has always been what I've seen in the movies and what I've seen in the animated show,
the Boy Scout.
But apparently in the comics, he's like one of the most evil motherfuckers you can meet.
Yeah, he's damn near a bad guy.
Yeah, he's like
from what I've read up on the shit that he's done.
If y'all know these comics in which Cyclops seems like the biggest dick ever, please let me know because I want to read it. Because
but he seems
he's
like
acting. I'm sorry, let me replace that. Where he's acting like the biggest douche.
You're gonna get all these Cyclops dicks in your emails. That's not what I asked.
Someone's gonna send a picture of like a laser shooting out of a dick.
There you go. That's what she was looking for, right?
It's like, hey, we solved his mutant problem. Instead of the beam shooting out of his eye, it's now waist level like a gun.
A pair of red sunglasses sitting on his shoulder. This is not what we were talking about. Anyways.
Oh, man.
No, but I don't like that Cyclops.
Yeah, but since this was another actual topic or supposed to be quick, the whole moving of the date to June. So apparently Fox has this movie called Alita Battle Angel. I've seen the trailer plenty of times.
And I kind of want to see that.
And I guess the movie isn't getting that great of a reaction because this is the second time it got pushed back.
Oh.
It was supposed to come out this summer, actually.
Oh.
Like, because I remember when the trailer came out, because I remember everyone's big gripe was her eyes look so goddamn big.
Hey, who gives a fuck? She's not
They
even
was
like a real
they were like,
person.
it's so weird and it's so strange. And so, you know, I remember seeing trailers where they like made her they made her pupils smaller. But so they pushed it back. They pushed it back to December. And then they're just like, oh shit, December, Aquaman, and Bumblebee.
You don't want
this shit ain't looking too good. So they just like, you know what? Where's a month where if we lose some money, we're gonna be disappointed, but at the same time, like, well, it was released in this month, so who really expected a lot? And so they pushed it to February. That's why Dark Phoenix got pushed back. And which I don't know why the fuck they said that, because for the last 2 years, February has been one of the most popping months. Deadpool was 2 years ago, and then Black Panther was last year.
He might be the reason.
Yeah,
Deadpool opened
February.
up February.
Yeah, February was popping. And because and so they pushed that back, and so taking the place of Alita in December, going against the likes of Bumblebee and Aquaman, will be a PG-13 version of Deadpool
for the kids. They still can't read the comics. I mean, they can, but it's still like, you know, mature rated comics. It's like, what the fuck?
PG-13 Deadpool. What the fuck?
So
they're re-releasing Deadpool 2 as PG-13.
What do they take away?
I don't know.
And from rated R to PG is.
I mean, they got to take away when he does the what's it called? The Basic Instinct moment where he flashes the little
that's
baby
true.
part.
That's true.
I mean, I guess you gotta take a lot of the F bombs out of there. For the most part, I think it's more so taking F bombs out. It's more so
taking the F bombs.
Yeah, it's more so editing the language, maybe toning down. Is there any gore in the movie?
Yes. Do you? So you take away the acid in Shatterstar.
Yeah.
Bob.
Peter.
Peter.
Sugar Bear.
Yeah, him going out the way he did. You might take away that whole scene,
Oh, you gotta take away when Juggernaut rips him.
Yeah,
which that was hella funny. He was like, "What has he got that I don't? Don't say legs. Don't say legs."
Oh, what else are you taking out?
Can they take out the little fat New Zealand kid? Can we get another Fire Fist? Because I could barely understand what he was saying anyway.
That would be kind of cool.
But he doesn't look like.
But then I'd have to go back and watch a PG-13 movie because
he doesn't look like
I want to see.
It doesn't look like he should be able to follow around anybody in that orphanage at the end. It's like, look at him, just run, get him tired. And I don't approve of this because why? Why are you going to release a PG-13 version of the second movie in theaters? If you're going to do anything, release them as like a double feature or something like that. Or I guess Deadpool you can watch on FX now, so they're just like it's already edited on FX. But how much money are you expecting Deadpool 2 to make at the box office?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's gonna go back out to fucking theaters and watch a dumber version,
toned down?
Yeah, of the original. Like
the rumor is that Fox and like Ryan Reynolds and other people who are like in the who like are running Deadpool.
Yeah,
they want to tone it down and see how it does to kind of show Disney that if they want, they can incorporate Deadpool into the MCU. Because I think if
Disney, you have a plan, yeah, I'm better. Because I think
Disney said that they still might have planned on doing Deadpool, or they still might let Fox do X-Force or something like that.
Yeah.
But I guess they want to tone it down to kind of show that, hey, he can work in a PG-13 environment. So if you want to throw him in the MCU, it'll work. Kind of the same way I think they did. They said that even though Sony said the plan was for Venom to always be PG-13, I think that's another reason why they wanted to do that PG-13 was so if at any point they wanted Venom to cross paths with the MCU,
right,
or the MCU Spider-Man, there's like, hey, look how good we can make this character, even though he should kind of be rated R. Look how we make him fit inside this PG-13 world.
If you got a plan, I'm more so with it. And if you're trying to accomplish that, yeah, I don't like it. But if that's what you're trying to accomplish, then I'm all for it. Especially if it gets them crossing over to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I guess they're probably thinking more so, let's show it can work in theaters, because like right now, if you watch it at home on FX or one of those stations, like you just don't have a choice. But that doesn't mean that it's the viewing is good. So I guess they want to see how well it does as far as getting viewers in the theater. But then people have already seen the movie.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is that's a bad idea.
Yeah, like this ain't no time to be re-releasing special edition of shits that just came out less than a year ago.
Like PG-13, I'm sure every 13-year-old in the world has seen this movie already. It doesn't even matter. Like, who are you exactly trying to cater to?
I'm pretty sure I took my little brother to go see the first one. I have coworkers who took their young children to go see the movie. Granted, they kept saying they didn't know what the movie was. Maybe it's more so for those people who took their kids to see the first one and then realized how like extreme it would be, so they didn't take the kids to go see the second one. So it's like, oh, it's PG-13 now. It's toned down. Yeah, so it's like, oh, it's PG-13 now. I can go ahead and take my kids now because I know it ain't gonna be as bad.
I guess so. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. But I mean,
no matter what,
it's a big ass corporation. So I'm sure they got people doing logistics and numbers and just way smarter than me. So hopefully they know what they're doing.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds seemed to be behind it. So
that's what I'm saying. I trust Ryan. I mean, because he's got the pulse on that character.
He hasn't steered us wrong with Deadpool.
Yeah. So
like, the only time it was wrong, it wasn't really his fault because he wasn't really in the power to have like the position to have the say in like origins.
They're probably gonna make jokes about it being PG. If there's new jokes about it being PG-13, it's gonna make me want to go watch it.
Well, unless they did reshoot, unless they had a whole bunch of deleted scenes they could use, or unless they plan on doing reshoots, which I don't think so.
If I hear that,
I don't think they're doing reshoots. I think Ryan Reynolds has a whole bunch of stuff he's doing. He has some Michael Bay movie he's doing for Netflix. Like he has some stuff lined up, so who knows?
Let's see how bad he wants it.
Yeah.
What we got next?
We can go to our second trailer of today, which will be Bumblebee.
Let's do it.
Where's Optimus Prime?
Pretty much said, you ain't shit.
Jesus.
I want the Beetle. I'll work here every day for a year.
Yours, kid.
Real life, she would have pissed her pants.
I know I would have. Touching that John.
Only person you can show yourself around is me. So let's say we're driving and all of a sudden somebody's there, hide! You serious? Let me see if I can fix it.
And pray this message finds you. Our war rages on.
The voice mentioned Aurora. You hiding from something?
Showing off.
Hiding on Universe. If our common enemy isn't found,
We'll burn the whole planet to cinders. Take it down!
Like that, beast!
B-127. You must protect Earth and its people.
Thank you.
Run! Do not run! She ran.
Bumblebee, what have you done? I am so screwed.
Damn. I want to see this movie. And I've been done with Transformers for a long time now. And I want to see that movie.
Man, did I do it again? I'm gonna have to register. I'm gonna have to subscribe to this channel so this shit stop. My bad, y'all. I'm fucking up over here.
Just mute it. What's going on?
I'm trying to. I don't.
Go to the video.
I can't see from over here.
There you go. No, there we go. Wow.
It's like I'm looking at a TV that has a giant ass light reflection in it. I can't see anything.
I want to see that.
I do too.
that was one. That was a good trailer. Two.
I don't know what it is. Maybe Michael Bay just be. Maybe they save so much money on all the Michael Bay explosions, but the CGI in here looks a lot better.
It does.
It doesn't look as It doesn't look as shiny and as like disconfigured.
That's true.
Like I can clearly see Bumblebee's face. I can clearly see the other Transformers face. They got old school cartoon looking Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all here for that. I mean, overall, the trailers have sold me on this movie.
I want to see that war, and that's what we gonna see.
The war on Cybertron.
Yeah, we gonna see that war. I want to see that war. Bumblebee has always been like that adorable Transformer. Like ever since, like even like the first one, like his personality was just like, it was like a kid.
He was always destined to be the fan favorite.
Yeah. Like that. He was that cash grab. Like, oh, we're gonna sell the shit out these Bumblebee toys.
Bumblebee was basically just a grown teenager.
Yeah, and I think between Bumblebee, we know the name of the girl that the lead,
I don't know what her name is.
Whoever the little white girl is. I think from the trailers, the chemistry looked like it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That whole him destroying the house scene, that looks hilarious.
And then he transformed
back into the car. That like, looks hilarious.
It's funny because it's a callback to earlier in it when she was trying to get him to transform to hide.
Right.
It's like
and it's got John Cena in it, man.
John Cena.
I want to see that, and he looks like he's a bad guy. Another thing, they showed his motivation in it.
I'm definitely interested on how is it that the other two Transformers got a meeting with the military people and they're nice and calm with them. But then as soon as they see B, it's just like kill that motherfucker.
Well, it looks like they struck a deal. Like, hey, if y'all don't help us get this junk, we destroying the planet.
Yeah, I just want to see what it is that okay. How they got to them so calmly, I guess. Like how you got to that point where you're meeting up so calmly.
First of all, they're the show offs. They're gonna fly in, land, turn into a car, and then so it's like okay, so you can transform twice. Whoop-de-doo. No, but that movie looks fun. When I say John Cena looks like he's playing a bad guy, but he looks like he's playing like just that military, like that
basic generic military guy.
Right. Now I would say that's his character, but I'm going to go back and say that he's going to be that guy.
He's going to be that military guy who's all he's doing is following orders. Then something's going to happen, and he's going to like follow his heart and help the girl out.
I don't think so.
I think
because he threw the girl on the floor on the ground. That's classic bad guy movie. That's irredeemable. Like when you throw it,
that's redeemable.
That's
redeemable.
Throw a girl on the floor.
It's redeemable. What it is right now he believes he's doing a good thing because he believes that Bumblebee is the enemy, and all he does is because you've seen it. You've seen it before in war movies where someone's the enemy and an innocent person gets caught in the crossfire because they believe that the bad person is a good guy.
I don't think that's the.
I feel like John Cena's gonna be like, look, I'm following orders. I'm protecting Earth.
I feel like
unfortunately for this girl, she fallen. Like he probably thinks she got a little Stockholm syndrome and that she's falling for the not falling in love, but like that she's believing Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And it's just like after a while, once he realizes, oh shit, no, these guys are actually the real bad guys.
I don't think so, man. I think he's gonna be just like the dude from with the blue people, the fancy blue people, that planet, and he became that blue person. Went through the machine, couldn't walk, couldn't use his legs.
Oh, Avatar.
I think he's gonna be like that general from Avatar.
Like Stephen Lang.
Yep.
I think was just like that movie. It's like blue people. What?
I got you there. It took a while, but I got you there.
Like I don't know. I feel like I feel like John Cena's like, even though you know who he is and you see him in a few movies, I feel like he's still a little too new to be into the. I feel like he's still a little too. I feel like he's still a little too new to be in the role of a bad guy.
It's gonna be that role change for him. Then he's gonna go back to wrestling as a heel.
I was like, because it's just like even in wrestling, like he's like, do you know what my brand is? My brand is I'm a face. He said I might cross some lines, and you might see some ruthless aggression, but I'm still a face. It's like John Cena ain't been healed since he had the chain.
I'm saying, man, people forget about that chain too, and people forget about how good of a heel he was. It's not like he can't do it. He was
John
a good
Cena
heel.
Gonna run up the John Cena gonna run up the Bumblebee in a basketball t-shirt and a chain.
The long jump,
like and some long jeans, like saying Thug Life. He gonna be back to this.
Hey, he was a good heel. But no, yeah, that trailer, I like that trailer. It was good. It made me want to go watch the movie.
It proves that if you get Michael Bay from behind the director's chair, faith exists. I have faith in this movie simply because I know Michael Bay's not in it. So do I want to do? You know what? I want to do the last. I want to do the last trailer as like the very last thing we do.
All right,
so
cool.
What we can talk about, this Birds of Prey movie that DC's doing, because all we do is talk about DC here.
That's it. I don't know
funny.
why people
so
say something.
So a double toasted. Corey's always talking about how everyone keeps saying he's a Marvel bitch, and here, we can't keep DC's name on our mouth.
Hey, they're making most headlines, man. What you want?
I was like, because Marvel knows how to keep that shit undercover. Like you hear like little whispers of Marvel, then it's like, here's a trailer. So yeah, their Birds of Prey movie was supposed to be Harley Quinn and Huntress and Black Canary. Right. They have casted their Huntress and their Black Canary. Mm-hmm. So for Huntress, we have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and for people who don't know who that is Ramona from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. She was the chick. I forgot her name, but she was in what is it? Cloverfield Lane.
In my mind.
Yeah, she was the star. Cloverfield Lane with John Goodman. She's been in a lot of movies. I remember her in Final Destination 3.
I didn't see the third one. You know how I feel about Final Destination.
Oh well, if you don't like
you goddamn right.
If you like roller coasters, don't watch Final Destination 3. If you don't like roller coasters, all Final Destination 3 is going to do is reiterate that you don't like roller coasters. But yeah, she's been in a few movies. I probably should have had a picture up so people could see her, but you know her when you see her. She's been around a while. She definitely has a recognizable face. I mean,
she's McClane's daughter.
Oh yeah, she was Bruce Willis's daughter in Live Free or Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like she was foot stomping and punching niggas in the face, like had a little bit of smart aleck mouth,
just like a father.
Yeah. But just like her mother, she only wanted to claim that Gennaro last name. You're only a McClane until you're in danger and you ain't got no choice. It's like, fuck it. What? McClane about to come fuck you up. I'm McClane. Other than that, when you're trying to go about life all normal and shit, hi, I'm Gennaro.
Was that the last good Die Hard? Was that the last one?
In my opinion, it was.
I think so, too.
Hey, you want to know what's so funny? Now that I think about it, Gennaro. So to make sure that they stayed away from all of the action that went along with the McClane name, you used Gennaro, which sounds like generic. You're just a generic person. No one cares about you.
Just a regular person.
Yeah. Only thing I didn't really like about Live Free or Die Hard is that it was PG-13, and I'm used to rated R Die Hard movies.
But it was still a really good.
I enjoyed it.
It was a really good
Oliphant
PG-13.
was a good bad guy.
Which he usually is.
I heard in the new one, though, it's supposed to take place in like 2 different times.
And the new what?
They're doing another Die Hard.
For what?
This is like, so we'll get back to the Birds of Prey thing real quick. I just got to explain. So the way it's supposed to work is, think of it kind of like Looper-ish, but without the time travel, where you have someone playing a young Bruce Willis, and it's like a crime that someone, I guess, that he's trying to catch, or a crime he's trying to solve when he's a young detective.
Right.
I guess he never solves it. And then now as an older detective, I guess that person's reemerged or something with that case is reemerged. So it's showing you like how he's dealing with it in the present, but it also shows like what he was going through as a young Bruce Willis. And that could kind of work because what it does is it gives you a younger face to put to John McClane. So they want to do more Die Hard movies, it's no longer just Bruce Willis.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's like the idea of Looper. The idea of Looper was a good idea. It just wasn't executed very well.
Looper.
That's what it was. Like the same thing with plenty of movies. Plenty of movies have great ideas. They just don't execute it very well.
What was the idea of Looper? I saw Looper. What were they trying to do in Looper?
The whole thing. Remember, the whole thing with Looper was
like went back to kill the kid because he was supposed to be like Professor X, and
he went back. Yeah, he went back to kill the kid because the kid killed his wife. But he
ultimately went to stop him because the kid ends up being like this huge like criminal with powers. Like a tyrant with powers. So he went back to kill him and failed.
No, he went to. Did he go back and kill him in the future? Did he go back to the past on purpose? Yes, he went.
Yeah, he went back on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt was supposed to kill him, his older self, but he didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I can't
like I said, without the time travel shit.
Okay,
anyway.
no, that sounds like a good idea. Like you said, and if they wanted to go with a younger, keep the franchise going. And
you've already introduced a younger McClane if that person does a good enough job.
No, yeah, that's cool. I didn't think shit really popped off with McClane until
that's why I think this will probably just be more grounded. You know, that was like a big terrorist event that he just happened to stop. I think this one would be more so grounded
because he wasn't like a hero cop before that.
Yeah,
like Die Hard 1 turned him into a hero cop.
He was just a detective. So I would assume in this one you see how he was just a regular detective in his younger days, just trying. I feel like on the younger side it'd be more like an actual cop detective movie.
You can't do
like
that.
A thriller.
You can't change. And then on
the older side it'd be more action oriented.
Okay, if you do that, I don't know. That's
because like you said, he wasn't he wasn't that big of a he wasn't that John McClane until the first one. So
right, he wasn't a cowboy until the first one.
So that's the Die Hard. Anyway, back to Birds of Prey because for Black Canary, we have.
I'm still on Ramona. I love her.
You don't love Jurnee?
She's cool.
Casted as Black Canary is Jurnee Smollett-Bell. I believe that's her. I can't never get the last name.
Did they do that on purpose? Go with 3 names for
No, she is actually married, I believe. So I think the Bell part is actually her husband's last name.
Okay.
But if you don't know who that is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nah, I'm joking. There's nothing wrong with you. She was
Who, me?
She was I'm just saying, she was Denise in you remember she was Denise, Michelle's friend in Full House.
Right.
She was
Eve's Bayou.
In Eve's Bayou.
Yeah, I know who she is. I was like, but I gotta go with my white girl in this one. Just it's rare. It's rare when
she was great in Underground with
you know how
Hardison
I feel about
from
Mary Elizabeth
from Leverage.
Winstead. I dig that chick.
Look, this is how bad it's
her and Common are supposed to be coming out with a movie.
Someone calling you?
What is this? What's happening? I'm sorry, yeah.
So I'm sorry I'm not showing a picture of Ramona, but I will show a picture of Jurnee. Where's it at Fulcrum? That's Jurnee right there.
No, yeah.
You've seen her. Yeah. Like The Great Debaters with Denzel Washington. She's like her brother plays the middle brother on Empire, her actual real life brother.
Okay. No, yeah, so, I remember. She's great, fantastic, wonderfully.
So of course we already know the first thing because she's black though. She's
going
to have to deal with all the bullshit that's going to come along with being cast as black. Oh, black person playing Black Canary. How original. Because they're already starting to do it.
Of course, I think she's strong enough not to let them bully her off of social media though.
Yeah,
she played Eve in Eve's Bayou. Eve's Bayou was a tough fucking movie, man.
Yeah, like you had to deal with knowing that Samuel Jackson was a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like he was a serial cheater and a pedophile.
Wait a minute, that story was a lie. Remember, Eve's Bayou. That story was a lie.
I mean, he was still a cheater though.
He was a cheater. But his sister lied. That story was a lie. I won't have his name sullied. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Megan Good lied in Eve's Bayou. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Yeah. I just had to set the record.
I do like both of the castings. I'm more so hard eyes for Jurnee, though. I'll always be hard eyes for Jurnee.
And that's fine. No, hold on, man. Don't show Mary Elizabeth. Don't do that. Don't. Man,
everyone knows who.
Everybody might not know.
Fine. You want me to find a regular picture? Or you want me to find a Ramona picture?
Whichever one's better.
Because let's get it straight. For Sirius, his love is more so not for the actual actress. His love is for Ramona.
It is.
And
but if Ramona, I mean, in the movie, she plays Ramona. But if Ramona was a real person, I would want her to look like her too. So, just to be fair, like maybe it's half and half. Or
I still stick with the cutest person in that entire movie was Knives Chow.
Knives was pretty high.
Knives was bae in that movie, as the young people say, and how they say it is bae. I don't know. You know, I'm past a certain threshold now, so I don't know all the lingo like I used to.
Oh, not me, man. I told you earlier, I'm 25 again. That's it.
Nah,
I'm going back this year. I'll be celebrating my 26th birthday. Whoop whoop. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just for you, I'll give you. Not only will I
just
show them Ramona, I'll show them the different colors of Ramona's hair.
Oh, just look at her. She's
all these pictures right here. Most of them are her as Ramona. If you haven't seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, kill yourself or just watch the movie.
Right, it's on Netflix.
I'm about to say the best option is to watch the movie, but if you don't want to watch the movie, kill yourself.
It's on Netflix. That movie. What did I remember saying 10 out of 10. I did say 10 out of 10.
I think I gave it like an 8.5.
No, I gave it 10 out of 10. I fucking love that movie.
Like, it's a great movie. I can definitely go back and watch it consistently.
I can watch it right now while doing the podcast. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, I own it, so
yeah,
I own it on multiple medias. I have digital. I know I have DVD, and I think I have Blu-ray. Because every time new technology comes out, I gotta upgrade it.
Yeah, you gotta upgrade it.
But I'm all for that. Like I said, I love Jurnee. That's what it all comes down to.
She's hot,
and she just seems so down to earth.
So you got Knives, you got Ramona, and you got Jurnee. What's the order you put them in?
3. Jurnee's first, no matter what.
Okay, Jurnee's first.
Jurnee's first, no matter what.
So then it's Knives and Ramona.
Then it's Knives and Ramona.
Oh man, it has to be. I know. I did say Knives in the chat.
The fact that Knives was like the oldest person in the cast at the time, and she looked like she could still pass as the youngest. And even now, when she was on the TV show Dark Matter, even with her little mad, evil, bitchy looking face, I was like, oh,
she's a bad guy.
Yeah, she's. Yes and no. She's more so one of those like, I'm here to do my duty no matter what, like to protect whoever, like protect my nation no matter what. So I'll do whatever it takes.
Oh, okay.
But she's cute.
She is.
Like I said, she was like 27 playing a 17-year-old, and everyone else was like late teens, early 20s, and she looked younger than all of them.
Oh, what's the name? The actor.
He was Michael Cera.
Yeah, he was old.
No, Michael Cera was like 20. Was like somewhere between 20 and 22.
How old is he now?
I
just thought he was just like an old guy that looked young.
No, Michael Cera's not even 30. I think.
Oh,
Sorry,
Michael.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't think.
Just an old guy that looked young. My bad.
Wait, no, he might have been old. No, he's older than me. I think so. He's probably past 30. He just turned 30 this year. He's our age.
Oh, okay. Hey, mazel tov.
I was like, so, yeah, like that, dang. Makes you feel old a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 25.
I'm sorry, yeah, I forgot you 25. I forgot you 25. So Ramona, or Mary Elizabeth in real life, she's 33.
Damn.
Like, and let's see.
We're still both adults.
And Knives is 34.
Okay.
It's like, this might not, like, let me see. Let me show you a picture of Knives now. I'll show you. Serious.
Oh, she doesn't even look as hot as she does when she's Knives.
I think it's the smile that she has.
It's the smile. I think it's the bob that she had when she was Knives. Yeah. It brought out like more features. So I think it's too much hair or something.
I think she's smiling a little too hard in that picture. I think that's what it is. Like her smile in the movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't like as big and
it was real, like she had a real subtle beauty about her. It was like, what the Jesus?
Like your alarm going off?
I'm sorry.
I thought you trying to tell me it's time to end?
I muted everything.
It's cool. It's been so great to have someone else to talk to.
I'm back, man.
I've been so lonely.
I'm back, man. People at work has been asking me if I'm back. I didn't really know what to tell them, but
yes.
Now I'm guessing I'm back.
Yes, John, you are back. Baba Yaga is here. All right, so I had to save the best for last.
Okay.
Because I have a giant man crush, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Wait a minute.
I have a giant man crush
on
on this movie.
On this movie?
On this movie.
Okay, so
on this series.
Not like on a particular actor.
No, just on the series. I
mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I got a man crush.
I mean, men have to have man crushes.
Mine's unfortunately isn't here anymore. It's Prince, and that was it. That's it.
Yeah, I used to like.
I
would say Idris Elba is like my spirit animal. You know, just because we share the same birthday. But I would say like Adonis Creed is just like my mentality. That's the mentality I want to have.
I got you.
So, without further ado, I bring to everyone the Creed 2 trailer, which makes me always say, when the fuck is Thanksgiving getting here?
If we don't do what we love, then we wouldn't exist.
Oh, you haven't seen this yet?
I haven't seen this particular trailer.
Cause you look shocked when you got hit in the stomach with the weight ball.
Yeah, I'd have been like, "Oh, Slim." Like, I know that's part of training, but I don't like that.
That really matters to him right now, including me.
You gotta think real hard about this.
He still kept his Killmonger weight.
I'm taking the fight.
Victor Drago, son of Ivan Drago, who infamously killed Apollo Creed, appeared today to issue a challenge to Adonis Creed.
They wouldn't say that in the news like that. He died during a fight.
That kid was raised in hate. It's dangerous. He broke things in me that ain't never been fixed.
That's a line right there, nigga.
It's not just us anymore, Dave.
I want to rewrite history.
If you want to fight this man, that's your business. But don't pretend this is about your father.
This here is all about my wife, my kids, the life that I live. Through the night, I was his. It was right, but I did. My ups and downs, my slips, my falls, my trials and tribulations, my heart, my walls. This won't be the end of me. Or you. You can't be, because we're a team. Now you know what
She is everywhere now.
round after round, you learn more about yourself. And when I stepped in that ring, it wasn't all about me.
Is it Thanksgiving yet?
Nah, this movie's gonna be amazing. The only issue I have,
I can't hold back my excitement. As soon as that trailer was over, I was ready like I wanted to make that face like he did in the first movie after he knocked down whatever that little English dude's name was. Like,
why is it that Sylvester Stallone or Rocky, why would he just assume that Billy Drago's son was just raised in hate? Why?
Ivan Drago.
Oh yeah. Oh, Billy's the actor, the bad guy actor. No, yeah.
Dolph is the actor.
No. Because I was looking him up the other day. Billy Drago. You ever seen Untouchables?
Yeah.
Remember the bad guy?
Oh, him.
Yeah, him. He's like career bad guy. Yeah. I was talking to somebody at work. But no, yeah. Why would he? Why? Okay. My phone was doing whatever it was. Man, I don't know. Why would he assume that he was just raised in hate? Like, why can't he like come from like a good home, but like he's just boxing because that's his career?
Because he's the son. Because you can only assume that since his father was a boxer, more than likely his father's his trainer.
He was raised in hate. He could
came from
Rocky beat him. He could have went home and be like, you know what? I have been living life wrong. I'm gonna turn things around for myself.
Well, apparently he hasn't been. It's like, because he is the son of a man who looked at another man on the ground, unconscious, and said, if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
That's why he was raised in hate.
I have a coworker who he's not all the way Russian. He's from that area, but he has like this thick Russian accent. We say that all the time at work.
Ask him to say it?
No, like we haven't asked him to say it because we're kind of like a little bit intimidated by his accent. So it's like we don't want to hear it from him, but we'll walk around and just be like, yeah, if he dies, he dies.
He's like, if he says it might actually happen.
Yeah, he might mean it. Now no one's ready for
somebody
that.
in the Russian mafia.
What they call the Bravda?
Yeah.
No one's ready to hear him say it, so we say it for him. But no, yeah, I thought that was funny. He was raised in hate. Now, he could be a really good person. Like, you know,
he could be the nicest person when we first meet him. Hey, how you, Adonis? Nice to finally meet you. Hey, first things first. Thanks for fighting me. And my father will never say this, but I'm so sorry what he did to your dad.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I carry that shame with me.
Like they
just came. It just sounded like a total like white guy.
Right.
He's like, I'm just so sorry.
Really, I'm not even from. I wasn't born in Russia.
Like, I'm from Calabasas. Words can, like, me and you, we might have been neighbors and not known it. Words cannot describe how much I hurt for your pain. Come here, brother. Give me a hug. And all right, now we got to go beat the shit out of each other.
No, and then when I said the news would never say that like that. I don't even care for it. Yeah, I wouldn't. Fox wouldn't even say that.
They would say who was Apollo Creed's opponent when he died during a boxing match.
Right. I was like, wow.
Nah, that's when you want to agitate him and get the fight going. It's like Drago's son has challenged Adonis Creed to a fight. You know, Drago, the man who killed his dad, in the ring, kept punching him over and over. No one threw the towel in to help him. Everyone just watched. His trainer was crying out loud for Rocky to throw in the towel. His wife had to watch it live.
If I was Drago watching that news segment, nope, I want everybody's job.
Adonis was in his daddy's side piece stomach while his dad was getting beat to death. That's all they was doing. They was poking and prodding that man.
I want everybody's job. I'm gonna own that news station. They unfairly painted me as a killer. This is a sanctioned match. This is what happens in boxing. You die. That's
like Drago knocked his dad onto the canvas, looked and said, "Is this your king?"
If anything, Apollo killed himself. He knew damn well. You know what?
I mean, if anything, Apollo and Rock, like, it was an assisted suicide with Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky even admitted that shit in the first Creed. I should have thrown in the towel a long time ago. I should have stopped it. And then, you know, Adonis like, nah, man, don't stop it. Nick, you might do the same thing all over again, Rocky.
Don't have me live through this. Don't do this to me.
It's like, look, fair to me. I'm trying to beat cancer. It's like, what does it mean if I beat cancer knowing that if I let the entire Creed line die?
Selfish. That's what the Creeds are. Selfish. That's what it should be called. Selfish, not Creed.
Adonis selfish. She's like, what's selfish in Latin just to make it sound a little better?
But that's gonna be the movie to watch. I can't wait for that shit.
I just like how weight classes don't seem to exist.
It don't seem
as
to
big
matter.
as Michael B. Jordan had to get for Killmonger, he still looks like he's small as shit compared.
I remember you showing a picture of him like on an earlier podcast, and I was like, this Russian godlike figure.
Look,
who is this?
Look, when I showed Sirius the first picture, the poster of the dude that's playing Drago's son. He was geeking out like Drax when they found Thor in space. No, Adonis is a man. That is a god.
That is a god. What is this? What do you mean he's gonna be in the ring fighting somebody? What are you talking about?
He was just like, look at the. You went on for like 2 minutes just talking about his abs. I remember that too.
No, because like and there's people way bigger than him in muscle and size. You know, you've got your Brock Lesnar's, your Bobby Lashley's, and you know what I'm saying, like, and of course other real people.
Like, I'm over here like all I can say right now is wrestlers.
It's just wrestlers. That's all I know. Well, of course, real people who aren't wrestlers that are like Man, he wrestled too. Remember that big Nathan Jones?
Oh yeah,
that Nathan Jones is one of the biggest people I've ever seen besides the Big Show,
and he was perfect in every way.
But that dude, like that picture that you showed me, that was ridiculous, dude. Like he should be on the front lines with Leonidas fighting the Persians, son. What you mean? He's in the ring fighting another person for money, son. Like I don't understand this.
He's like he doesn't like he fights for glory. He's in a war somewhere right now.
What the hell? So that that was crazy. But no, that
but Rocky though. That was the hardest line I've ever heard Rocky ever drop.
He broke things
in me that ain't never been fixed.
Rocky had to go all the way to the mountains to train for that dude by himself, man.
That's like telling somebody this dude like is a nightmare that I can never escape.
That I just can't wake up.
Yep.
Every time I close my eyes and take a nap, I see that dude, man.
He was just like, Adonis, have you seen Rocky 5? That's what he did to me. Beat the shit out of me so bad, I made Rocky 5. And I couldn't redeem myself for like another 15, 20 years with Rocky Balboa. That's how bad he broke me.
Yeah, that shit was rough.
Like, he broke me so bad, I had to get into a street fight with Tommy Gunn. Was that his name? I think Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn, right?
Like, that's how bad he broke me.
That was the worst movie ever. It was. Why are they doing this again? What's going on?
Like I was a kid, so I remember the first time I saw it. I didn't think it was that bad, just because I remember like the last fight.
The street fight.
Oh, this is dope. Then like once you see the succession of it and you watch the original Rocky up to this, that's some old bullshit.
When you realize Roddy Piper and Keith David had a better fight,
yeah,
a better street fight. It's like, dude, like what the heck?
Yeah, can it be Thanksgiving yet? Adonis Creed. The Creed movies, those that's my mentality, man. I'm trying to get in shape. I'm not going to let somebody throw a medicine ball at my gut, and I'm not going to be in the desert swinging a sledgehammer because I will probably pass out from exhaustion.
What is he? Is he just doing it just to do it? He ain't breaking shit. He's just
training.
That's
I heard in real life somebody fucked their back up trying to do that.
Hit themselves with the sledgehammer.
Like, trying to recreate that scene. Somebody fucked themselves up with the sledgehammer.
I'm injured. Spinal. I injured my back.
It's spinal.
Spinal.
Let me not make fun of Tyson. I seen how he tried to fuck up Donnie Yen. This ain't gonna be Ip Man 3 all over again. Man.
But nah. Look, after this, go ahead and suit up to be Superman. That's how I feel about it. Go ahead, man.
I mean, he kept. Only thing about Michael B. Jordan Superman is he's short. Like I think he's. I think he's below 6 feet.
Camera tricks will fix that right up. Wear some lifts or something. Like.
But here like.
I'd be more so interested in what the suit is.
He'd have to be in platforms.
He would have to be.
He would. Because think about it. Like there's camera tricks, but it's only so many camera tricks that you can use when he's going to be forced to stand next to people that are taller than him.
Yeah.
Like Gal Gadot's tall. They're probably the same height.
Yeah.
Because I think she's like Chris Pine's height. And Chris Pine, I think, is like maybe like, 5'11", 6 feet.
That means
Superman's normally like somewhere between 6'2", 6'4".
That means, what's the name is pretty short. Move on. I had the name in my head and I lost it immediately.
Were they from a movie? You know, I love when my movie trivia gets challenged.
Yes, I believe it was from a movie. That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, I was like,
it'll probably come back to me.
I
had the name and it left real fast. But
look, as soon as the podcast's over, you'll text me like on your way home. It was so and so. Oh, nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't you say this? It's like, I would have guessed it then.
I won't be able to sleep now until I figure it out. Really.
That's a goddamn lie. Because I'm ready to go to sleep right after this.
That is a lie.
That is truly a lie. I might play some 2K today.
I needed you to be like, and you know what that's called.
I'll probably play 2K or Spider-Man, and I'll probably fall asleep playing those games. I've been falling asleep playing Spider-Man all this week.
Maniac is what I'm watching on Netflix right now. I'll probably
heard about it
and try to, from what I've seen the first couple of episodes, there's story there. I'm waiting for it to come together for a complete plot. I'm still a little hazy on what's going on. So I'm like 3 episodes in.
Right now, I'm trying to finish the first season of The Gifted because the second season just started.
Okay.
And I'm trying to catch up on season 5 of Blacklist because I only watch Blacklist when it's on Netflix. Blacklist is a show I have to binge.
What's the name? Is still there, right?
James Spader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should definitely try to catch up.
Yeah, Blacklist is always a show. I can't watch it week by week. I just need to see it all in its entirety. So I'm cool with that.
Are they still doing a list? Like, does he still care? No, you know how sometimes the shows like trail off, like it's Blacklist, and it started off he's giving a list of names, and then
I mean he's not
even
like giving a list of names, but like every episode, it's like they give like a number and they say like the person.
Okay,
like that's the title of the episode. Actually,
okay,
it'd be like
that's a long.
It'd be like episode 4, but the title of it would be like number 67. Mr. Judge or something like that.
I got you. No, I followed that show consistently all the way up until the spinoff came on.
Oh, Redemption.
I watched the spinoff, loved the spinoff. I was really.
Then they canceled it.
And then they canceled it
because I remember I was the one who told you.
Yeah, I love the spinoff. I was having a good time with that show. And then after watching the spinoff, I didn't pick the show.
I think he's in there for 2 more seasons because he has a new show. So apparently something happens to him. I don't know if he gets written off or if he dies.
I mean, he's had a long enough run.
Yeah, he has a new show on NBC, medical show, I think, called New Amsterdam. Okay. But I ain't going to watch it. I'm going to watch Gifted. Mm-hmm. I'm still going to watch Lethal Weapon. So for everyone out there who's been bashing Damon Wayans because the dude that played Riggs got fired, I don't care. Damon Wayans has been an actor longer than the dude that plays Riggs. I've seen him in more things, and I haven't heard people publicly cry out about him. The fact that he's almost 60 now, and this seems to be the most backlash he's gotten from people, means that he must do a fairly good job of being an easy to work with person.
So what was the issue? What happened?
It was him and the dude that plays Riggs and Damon Wayans were not getting along.
Okay.
It was something about like their own, like behind the scenes they weren't really getting along. Some people
when they was bickering on the show, he's like, "Yeah, that's real." Like them niggas.
Maybe
really
some people on set was saying that dude was like yelling, and the dude was kind of like unprofessional on set. Mm-hmm. Like he says that he was like getting real impassioned about the safety of like the safety standards on set, and that stuff wasn't safe, and he was making a big deal about that. That's what he says.
Okay.
He also directed the episode where like something happened, and I admit Damon Wayans was being a little bit of a crybaby about this. Like something happened, a little bit of shrapnel like hit him on the side of his head. He had like a little mark on the back of his bald head, like a little bit of blood. But
that's dangerous.
I mean, it's dangerous because depending on what it was, if it flew hard enough, it could have been a lot worse.
The guy's name, Clayne Crawford.
Yeah, so apparently, like, they had already talked to him before about his attitude on set and things like that, and I guess they just went ahead and fired him. And so they killed off Riggs. Yeah.
What?
They killed off Riggs. Well, the only reason it kind of worked is because the second season finale ended with him getting shot.
Okay, so they just was like, all right.
Yeah, so they just used some extra footage they had where they just showed him being rushed to the hospital, and then later on the doctor comes out and just says he didn't make it.
Wow, let's change the name of the show then.
No, there's still Lethal Weapon. Now
but Sean William Scott isn't playing.
He's not playing
different Riggs. His name is Wesley Cole.
No,
what the fuck is that?
No, he's a from what I hear on the show, he was a CIA agent. Some ish went down overseas, and it kind of messed with him mentally, and so he went back to the United States, got a job in the police department, and he's just like trying to reconnect with his family.
Wow, really? So as a CIA operative, he got mind fucked, and they decided to bring him on as a street.
It was something that wasn't going to happen. From what I hear, it was something that kind of hit him a little more close to home. Like, if I had to guess, more than likely, it was probably it must have been like maybe some female or some child dying in front of him in a bad way, something that he probably felt responsible for because he's supposed to have a family in this.
Okay.
So, because we've seen that before in movies, like you got these badass like covert operatives and whatnot, but like when like a little kid or somebody gets caught in a crossfire, they take it really, really hard because they have a kid.
Yeah, we've seen that, but we didn't see them turn around and become police officers over civilians. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's
don't tell me you got kicked out of the CIA for.
Well, I think he chose to leave.
Okay, well, okay,
I think he chose to leave just
for mental instability, and now you're. I don't think it was
instability. I think he just chose to leave because it was something that like affected his heart. It's just like. Because
he didn't have a heart for the job.
Yeah, because that shit. Because that shit happens can happen here in America, but it's a little bit different when you're in like these war-torn countries and you see these little kids who like really don't have like a lot of hope, but they still find joy and stuff and whatnot. And you see that take the little bit of joy taken away from them. So, you know, that might have you like, you know what?
I got you.
I need to spend time with my family. I need to do this and that. So
I got you. It's just that narrative didn't sound right to me at all.
Yeah, my mother saw it and she said she liked it. So I gotta.
I mean, it's Sean William Scott. I've never had a problem with that dude.
I don't either. Like, if
he's a good actor to me.
Yeah, like, and let's face it, like the crazy.
He came a long way from
crazy.
Stifler.
Yeah, the craziness of Riggs was always supposed to be sometimes be funny. You know, Joe Pesci was more of the comic relief in the series, but at the same time, you were supposed to get laughs out of Riggs. And, you know,
Sean not William just Scott, pure recklessness.
But yeah, Sean William Scott. He's a funny person, and he's shown he can do serious things. Like I saw him in the action comedy Bulletproof Monk, starring Chow Yun-Fat.
That was not a good movie.
Yeah, it served its purpose.
I would have said The Rundown.
Nah, I kind of like Bulletproof Monk.
You like Bulletproof Monk?
I like.
Let older me go back and watch that movie.
It's not a good movie, but I still liked it.
Younger me was just like,
I like the concept of it. Maybe
wasn't he like doing martial arts in that jump too? And I don't know. Maybe let me.
That's why, because in the rundown, he was more so shooting people. Like the most he did,
thunder and
thunder. Like the most he did, in the rundown was like throw one or two punches, and then after that he was shooting guns. And this, you know,
he was doing some shit.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
I mean, I'll rewatch it.
But yeah, so I got shows to catch up on. That's one thing I do want to do in the podcast more. Like, let them know what we're watching. Recommend some things. Recommend some things to each other and recommend some things to the world.
Well, you know, My Hero's ending. Well, not ending, but end of season.
If you haven't seen My Hero Academia, you need to watch it. Third season just ended, so you know you ain't gotta worry about trying like just catch up, and then when the new season come out, you be good to go. It's probably one of the best animes out right now.
Maybe, but I reserve.
That's why I said probably.
I reserve that title right now for me, and you know, there's anime heads that could probably name some other shit that's way better than whatever's going on. But Attack on Titan, that me watching that the last season.
Yeah, I finally saw the second season. And I seen like the first 2 episodes of the third season.
Yo, story wise, it's more engaging.
Yeah, story wise, it's more engaging. I feel like this is just kind of like.
This pulls on your heartstrings a lot. This like every episode they got a
my
little.
My hero is basically you just watching what you dreamed was possible as a kid.
Yeah,
you know, as a kid, I'm not dreaming that 100-foot Titans come around and fuck up my city or that I could turn into one. But as a kid, I did imagine I could be a superhero, and then to watch it where it's just like, no, you're not just a superhero. You get to go to class. You learn like they teach you how to. You get to learn how to use your powers, come up with your signature moves, design your costumes. You know, you get to be taught by one of the number one heroes in the world.
Yeah, who is now my he surpassed Superman on my list of superheroes. I'm not gonna say it's number one. I'm pretty sure.
I love it because his motto is always, no matter what I do it with a smile.
Ultra fucking plus ultra, bro.
Plus ultra, dog. I'm so disappointed I didn't get a chance to see the movie.
And the thing is,
it was only last week.
Oh, I heard they extended it. They didn't extend it?
Oh, I haven't seen it. If I see they extended, I'm definitely going to try to see it.
Let's find out. I heard they extended it because I heard it was good.
Yeah, IGN gave it like a 7, I think. That's fine by me. It's like I'm not expecting it to be like the greatest anime movie ever.
All Might is the hero that you both want and need.
Yep.
And then he turns around and also becomes the father figure that you also want and need. Like when he stopped that fight between Deku and Kachan, and that he wasn't a loss for words for anything. Like he knew exactly what was going on, how everybody felt.
He was a little lost when Kachan let his guard down a little bit. He's like, I've been so focused on like just making you so powerful that at no point did I ever think about you like the mental.
Yeah. He said you were already strong.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And he said he didn't look at him like that. He didn't like mental like everything else. He just thought he was a strong person. He could handle it. He thought he could handle it.
He didn't think he needed to be built up the same way Midoriya did, because Midoriya was, all this was everything was new to Midoriya. Period.
Yeah.
Nothing was really new to Kachan other than you get to go to a school where your heroes are.
Right. He was like, you was already in that ring, and I felt that Midoriya should stand in that ring with you. I was like, damn.
It'd be so great if the goddamn theater by me would play it.
Hoffman?
Nah, the one down the street.
Oh.
But no one wants to.
I'll take off.
Let's see. Did they extend it? Nope. Sorry, no showtimes have been announced yet.
Oh, where did
it might have just been this
on?
week.
Damn it, man.
But yeah, I definitely recommend watching My Hero Academy or Academia, whatever you want to say.
And Attack on Titan.
And Attack on Titan.
If you haven't been.
I was rewatching Blue Exorcist this morning just because.
Blue Exorcist is a good watch. I need to watch season 2, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start getting into that one thing you told me about, Overlord.
Overlord did start off pretty dope for me, and I'm going to finish. I'm going
Overlord,
to watch that
and it's another giant I got on my list. How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, I think it's called.
I started watching that too. First 2 episodes look pretty crazy. It's further down on the list for me, though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a real big anime head, so I'm refinding stuff that might have been out for a while. I was watching Fairy Tail with the kid.
Netflix has a lot more.
Since you said Netflix, I forgot that there's a rumor that 7 Deadly Sins next season might come out in October.
Yeah.
So I need that.
Life. IGN rumor. I read on IGN that they said it's coming out in October.
IGN.
It's going down. So that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, 7 Deadly Sins.
I'd say watch those Fates. I've only seen 2 of them.
I need to watch those.
The 2 that I have seen are good, and you do have to watch it in order. I got to figure out exactly what order it's in.
I mean, just wait till they tell you the year.
Yeah, speak to
you. My wife was watching apparently at some point. A whole half an hour ago. But yeah. When you go to Netflix, just look at the year that it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. After this, I may game, or I might watch some anime. I'm leaning more so to Saving New York.
Oh, I am here, and I get to see you play that. Yeah, Spider-Man.
So on that note, since he's so excited, and since my PlayStation's upstairs,
time to go, you guys.
We about to bid you adieu. But first things first, I always gotta let you guys know where you can follow us at. I'm lazy now, so it now appears here. I don't know why that giant Facebook logo is there. It shouldn't be there.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, no, you can't. But whoever's seeing this, I apologize. It's not supposed to look like that. So that giant F that you see, it's next to it, it's supposed to say KB Kings Media. Underneath that's supposed to be the Instagram, which also is KB Kings Media. If you don't know what the Twitter logo looks like, you're stupid.
And we don't want you listening to our
Not
show.
really. We want people who can deduce things with common sense. So that's KBK301 on Twitter. That little circle with the line next to it, that's our Patreon. For $1 or for $5 a month, you can help this podcast grow exponentially. You'd be surprised just how far a little bit of help from anyone can go. So if you want to, please join our Patreon. Become a supporter that way. I said last week I plan on doing a lot more exclusives. I want to try to organize the trailer reactions more. Mm-hmm. If I can't organize it where I can get Sirius or anyone else in the booth with me to do it, then I'll just do it by myself. I think I want those to be Patreon exclusive, and I think I want reviews to be Patreon exclusive. We'll go to a movie, we review it, we can give you our quick little synopsis on the podcast, but if you want a full in-depth review, we'll do that on Patreon. So if you're interested in that.
Agreed.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that, follow us on Patreon. I even post these streams on Patreon, so it's a good place where you can find everything all at once. You don't have to keep going back between YouTube and Patreon to find the Patreon exclusive things. I will post the regular YouTube videos on Patreon. You can also follow me on Mixer and Twitch. King Phenom, that's my personal Mixer page. I do plan on streaming sooner or later as soon as I get some equipment so I can stream my Xbox or my PlayStation to my computer. The Twitch is generic for everyone, KB Kings Media. I'll probably be streaming on there as well at the same time if I can, because I ain't partnered with nobody, so I can do whatever the hell I want. But Twitch or Mixer, if you want to partner me, please feel free to go ahead.
I'll wear your stuff.
Yeah,
I'll drink your drinks.
Be glad. I don't know about Twitch, maybe Mixer, because I know Twitch be a little. I know people that actually said bump being a Twitch subscriber so I can do things my way on YouTube. And if you are a gamer and you want to follow us, bam, gamer tags. Once again, if you have common sense, you should be able to deduce that everything with the giant Xbox logo next to it is for Xbox, and everything with PS4 next to it is for PS4. So
there's only one person up to know.
No, it is just me.
It is just you?
Yeah, it is just me.
I thought Blank Man had one.
Nah, so yeah, you can find us on Xbox. King Seriously, King Phenom, Smurf78 is Blank Man, and Sailor Slytherin is AK Senpai. And you can find me on PlayStation 4 with Sparker88. And that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's the rundown.
That's all we have for you this week. But on behalf of myself and for everyone who's not here, because Sirius can give his own exit greeting now.
I can, because I'm here.
This has been another episode of The Blurred Perspective. We'll catch you next week, world.
Peace out.
Deuces.